Hello, thank you so much for opening this. I'm Kim Wade from Inner Gaze Yoga, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to do a little tutorial on the root chakra. I know there's so much in our world right now with COVID, with what's happening in Ukraine, with all just the uncertainty and the insecurity that we feel in our world. And we can use these ancient tools. We can use these tools from thousands of years ago to sort of bring us back into balance. And I know I'm working on this in my life, and I thought I would offer it to you guys as well. So a couple things we might need today. If you have a block that is thin, these are like the 2-inch blocks. I would recommend these. If you have the bigger blocks and that's going to not work for you, then you can always use a blanket. We'll be using that. So find something comfortable to sit on, please. And today we're focusing on the root chakra or chakra, some folks say, and I'm wearing my red pants here because that's the color. The color is red. Okay. You can tell that you're out of balance if you're feeling a lot of anxiety, you're feeling a lot of fear, you're feeling a lot of insecurity, you're feeling that you don't have enough, you don't feel safe, really shook up and unsettled, ungrounded, unrooted. And that'll be how you know if you are overly imbalanced in this way. You could find yourself feeling very greedy or very about hoarding and not wanting to share, not wanting to be open, just really holding on to what you have. So this is a nice technique. A couple of techniques we'll go through today that you can be using maybe throughout the week and focusing on bringing ourselves into balance. Now, the chakras are, you could think of them as energy wheels, and they run along the spine. Most of us talk about there being 7. Some folks say many more than that, and you could dive into a lot of different philosophies about it. But for our purposes, we'll focus on the 7, and we're starting at the very base. It's known as being around the perineum, which is the area between the anus and the genitals, that flat space at the bottom, as well as your tailbone. So it's holding you, right? It's your root. So let's sit up nice and tall. You could sit in a Sukhasana posture. You could also sit in a Vajrasana posture where you're sitting actually on your heels, whatever works for you, okay? And just allowing yourself to sit up nice and tall. It's nice to know that we don't have to recreate the wheel, right? There's so many folks who've come before us that have learned these techniques. And so we can just use them, hand them on to the next generation. And so for me personally, I'm so appreciative of all the teachers that have come before me. So thank you. Thank you. Giving me something tangible to work with, right? To work on. Okay. So again, the first thing we're going to do, we'll go through 3 basic techniques. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to calm. Okay. We're going to steady. So bringing your attention again to that tailbone area, the base of your pelvic floor and the tailbone area. Just bring your attention there for a moment. Imagine this very, very bright, vibrant red. And as we move into this first pranayama, we're going to focus on a breathing technique which is shaped like a candy cane. We're going to take in breath into our nose, up to our brain, and then all the way down our spine out through the tailbone. So it's shaped as a candy cane, in through the nose, up to the crown of the head, all the way down the spine, out through that tailbone, and then reversing backward. Okay. We're going to do a breathing ratio where we're inhaling for 5. Some of you may even want to hold your breath for 3 and then exhale for 7. If the holding of the breath doesn't feel safe and secure to you, which is our whole point of healing this chakra or balancing the chakra, then you don't want to do the hold. Okay. So the hold is only for those of you who feel like it's very safe and nurturing to hold yourself in that stillness. But if it doesn't feel that way for you, if it causes you any anxiety, any fear, or any like tightness, tension, then you'll just release that hold and you'll just do the 5 inhale and the exhale for 7. Okay. So let's spend a little bit of time here. That candy cane breath. Here we go. Inhale through the nose. 1, 2 to the brain, down the spine. 3, 4, 5, all the way to the tailbone, holding if you want to, and then exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and out again. Please inhale through the nose. 3, down the tailbone. 4, 5, holding or not. Exhale for 7. 3 more on your own, please. One more just for fun. Very nice, very nice. All right, now we're going to bring our attention back to that pelvic floor, that tailbone area. Some of you may want to stay here. Some of you, if your hips feel open, you could come into what we call Malasana, garland of flowers. You see that I have my heels on the blanket. Some of you might even want to put your heels on the blocks. Some of you may not need that at all, and you could put your heels right on the mat or the floor. See that your arches are lifted here. You're not collapsing to the arches, and your toes are nice and soft. This is known as garland of flowers posture. You could take your elbows inside your in your knees. If this is not going to work for you because of some knee dysfunction or hip dysfunction, then feel free to sit back on your bottom and do it there. Okay. So we're going to focus again on the pelvic floor, down by that tailbone area, imagining this very bright Coca-Cola red. Now, deciding what your mantra is, what your healing statement is, it could be, I am safe. It could be, I am secure. It could mean, or you could think of thoughts, I am everything I need, I have. You could think the universe supports me. Whatever feels safe. I don't know if you've studied psychology, but Maslow's triangle hierarchy of needs. The basic needs is that we have what we need. Do you have food? Do you have water? Do you have love? Do you have the basic things that you need to feel secure in this world? This is where this imbalance comes in. If you don't feel certain about something, of financial worries or love worries or feeling supported, you know, that we get out of balance here. So I'd like you to focus on one statement here. I am safe, secure, and the universe supports me would kind of cover all of them. Okay. So I want you to just repeat that mantra, that sentence over and over as you're visualizing this basic root, We're imagining that our feet are like roots of a tree reaching down to the earth to pull up the nutrients. We're imagining that that pelvic floor is held so dear and sacred right at the tailbone, totally supported and secure. Okay, so whatever your feeling is here, whatever that mantra that feels nice for you, I'd like you to focus on that. And we'll spend about a minute here. So for our purposes, I'm going to use I am safe, I am secure, and the universe supports me. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall. Again, prayer hands if that works for you. Coca-Cola red, bright red. I am safe, secure, and the universe supports me. I am safe, secure, and the universe supports me. I am safe, secure, and the universe supports me. I am safe and secure, and the universe supports me. I am safe and secure, and the universe supports me. I am safe, secure, and the universe supports me. I am safe and secure, and the universe supports me. I am safe, secure, and the universe supports me. About 30 more seconds on your own. Beautiful. Very nice. You can come back to your bottom if that works for you, or give your knees a little break by coming into Uttanasana, forward stretch. And keep repeating your mantra, I am safe and secure, and the universe supports me. I am safe and secure, and the universe supports me. All right, our last bit here, please come back down to a comfortable position. You can go back into that Malasana, that garland of flowers, or perhaps you'll come back into your Sukhasana or Padmasana for those of you who feel that your hips are a little bit more open or fire log, okay? Our last final sequence here for this Muladhara chakra, this root chakra, is we're going to focus on this idea that we could take that whole mantra that we just came up with and we could just break it into one word. And that word for the root chakra is LAM, L-A-M, LAM. These mantras, these one-word mantras came to these seers as they were meditating on the different chakras thousands of years ago. And that is what they heard, was this sense of LAM. You know, if you go out into the deep forest and you listen to the sound of nature, there's that that vibration that you can hear when it's deeply quiet, this lam. That's where they felt that it was held in this root chakra, is that sound of lam. So I'd like you for this last minute or so to just play with the idea of lam. And if you take my yoga classes, we do a lot of work with the Mula Bandha. The bandhas in yoga are the gates closing. And so the root closing is a way that we can hold that safety and that security in ourselves without leaking our energy. We'll be exploring this root chakra in our classes all week. What I'd like us to focus on here is the Mula Bandha, is this idea that every time we inhale, that rose, that bright red rose blooms. And every time we exhale, that big blooming rose turns back into that tight rose bud, right? So we can feel the pelvic floor relaxing on the inhale and pulling up on the exhale. Inhale, big blooming rose. And then exhale into the tight bud. This is intermediate advanced work. It's very subtle. There's a lot of dysfunction around the pelvic floor. So if it triggers that uncertainty, that insecurity, then that means it's not for you. And I'd like you just to go back to picturing that bright, bright red, my pants, that bright, bright red for you, or something in the room that's red that you could focus on, if that would help you feel more sure about yourself and more safe and protected by the universe. Otherwise, we're going to be focusing on releasing the pelvic floor on the inhale and then pulling it up on the exhale with the mantra of LAM. And I'll do a couple rounds, get us going, and then I'll let you off to yourself. Okay, here we go. Close your eyes or look at something red in the room. Inhale, relaxing the pelvic floor. Exhale, letting it lift. LAM, 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 LAM. Long, 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 long. You could turn the hands down to the lap to feel a little bit more grounded here, or up if you're feeling open. Long, 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 long. Long, 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 long. Long, 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 long. I am safe and secure, and the universe supports me. Long. One more. Long, 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 long. And 30 seconds on your own, please. And beautiful. When you're ready, bring your hands to prayer, and perhaps practicing this meditation every morning this week, picking one, doing all three of those, whatever suits you, whatever serves you best. You are not alone. You're not alone, and you are safe, and you are secure, and the universe supports you. It does. All right, deep bows. See you next time. Namaste.